All right, welcome back to UKSG Blue 2024. We are raising some amazing money for Crisis right here in Glasgow, in Scotland. We'd also like to give thanks to BSG for the continued support. And we are ready to go with the next run with the Wolves, Indiana Jones and the Fate of Atlantis, Team Saveless. So, let's jump right over.
Thank you very much. Hello, everybody. I am the Woofs. Nice to be back at UKSG again. Joined by Tiny Tim.
Hello there, folks.
Thank you both for joining me on this one. We're kind of keeping the retro thing going here.
Thank you so much. This is going to be an absolute treat, folks.
It's going to be great.
It's going to be absolutely brilliant. And a massive thank you also for the incentive.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yes, because we did meet the incentive, so that it's amazing to get that. When do you need to get the Sophia incentive closed, by the way?
We have got some time.
Okay.
When we get into the caves in Crete, I'll make a call out to say we've got a couple minutes
Excellent.
left. But yeah, be sure to get it in there right now. And I guess this is a good a little note at the top here. So this is has been upgraded thanks to you folks to Max IQ run, which is the same thing as you could say like 100% run, all the points. There is a caveat, obviously. We have this save or leave Sophia thing. And normally Max IQ would say we'd have to get Sophia. But in my conversations with people with this game, people either really love Sophia or really hate Sophia, and this is your opportunity to make that known. So as of the moment, I think leaving her is part of the route, so that's the plan. We'll have a little bit of time before that, and we'll go with that. Let's jump into the game, shall we?
Here I am in New York, wondering how
So this is a point-and-click graphic adventure from LucasArts, if you couldn't tell, with our little bits here, and the verbs and all these things. And yeah, we'll just kick it off. So 3, 2, 1, go.
Good luck.
Much.
Woo!
Cool. All right, so we have our newspaper. Got to get our daily goings on here. Our first thing we're going to do is actually unique to this path here. So we do 1, 2, 1, and then 3, 3. You can choose to fight Biff here for points, or you can get the same amount of points by just being nice to him, and it's faster. So we're going to do that. We're going to play a little Sakuban here and push some crates around. We're just trying to make our way into here so that we can talk to Sophia, the person we've been kind of chatting about a little bit here. So she's a fortune teller, and she's doing a little bit of a show here, but we're going to crash the show a little bit. We really need to talk to her, and we're in a speed run, so we're kind of in a hurry. Just gonna send this on its way, and this is not part of the show, so yeah, some special effects we've added, of course. So yeah, now Sophia will come back, and now we can talk to her. The quick, I guess, story drop, lore drop here is that Sophia's apparently kind of being connected to some old Nazi spies. That's no bueno for us, so we were kind of asking her what's going on, and of course we end up going on an adventure to find the lost city of Atlantis before the Nazis do. So that is kind of the quick and dirty version here. We're going to start a couple tricks now. First off, we're going to try to get Indy stuck. We got it. So this will save us time because we're closer to the door, so we're just going to leave right away, and bam, that's that. Second trick here. Blink and you miss it. This is called a max snip, and where this is basically manipulating Sophia's movement so she moves a little bit quicker. In screens like this one, Sophia, well, we're basically waiting on Sophia to arrive to the location before we can start actually leaving. So the more we can kind of manipulate her movement is the better, basically.
the RNG begin.
Yeah, it does begin now. Oh boy. Good old
We want him in
Capybara.
front of a very specific exit.
This is absurdly bad as well. Let's go. Capybara is saying this is my marathon now.
There we go. All right.
Very good.
Weapon,
Okay.
and then he. We've seen worse.
We have. It does get worse, people. But yeah, it is what it is. We need that capybara to be in front of a particular. It's fine. It's just sleeping, just like the dogs in Macchiato. Don't worry. It's all good. We need that capybara to be in front of that exit there for that.
So it gets get with the snake. Yeah.
Yeah. They're just hanging out. Don't worry. It's all good. Yeah, so the max snip thing, just a quick note on that, for point-and-click adventure fans, probably of interest. That's called MaxNet because it was actually originally found in Salmon Max Hit the Road, that tech there. It's kind of interesting because, yeah, Sophia's programmed just like Max's is kind of a sidekick. Let me just really quick. I want to explore the temple. Don't know the title. Okay, another trick there is getting Sternheart, this guy in the fancy hat here, to stay put. Normally he likes to walk into the pyramid, and you have to wait for him to do this whole animation, then come all the way back out. We've got no time for that. So you can kind of get him stuck, kind of similarly to what we did with Indy a bit earlier. Okay, cool. All right, we're all good. She's going to help us out and keep Sternheart occupied. Shout out to the Barret. And we're going to get the lamp.
Good thing that
This is Zork game.
Sternheart's not around.
This is max IQ, isn't it? So we don't actually need to turn the text on. I was just like, oh, do I need to turn the text on to know what collection we're going to get? But no, we're good. We're all good. It's kind of interesting because the max IQ run gets harder in many places and it gets easier in other ones. And this is one way where we don't need to worry about one piece of RNG, but don't worry, there's about 100
Woofs,
other
what did we
things.
just pick up?
Oh, a shiny bead.
A shiny
oh my
bead.
goodness, yeah. Normally I sing shiny bead, but yeah, no, I'm just in the zone right now.
So, especially for the Woofs, we have special collections for him whenever he picks up a shiny bead of orichalcum. We have our own ore, our iron ore, so he gets a can of iron brew for every orichalcum that he picks up.
Perfect.
Now, to give a bit more context, Woofs has an incentive on his stream where he collects obscure sodas, and so he will drink those on stream and give them ratings. So I'm very much looking forward to obscure iron brew ratings.
Can I just say, please don't call Iron Brew obscure in front of Argic.
Have to read the room here, you know. Yeah, that's a great idea. We will be making quite a bit of orichalcum later on, so we can, even though we won't be doing the duplication glitch, we will be still putting things into the box. Don't you worry. Cool. So one of the cool things about this game is that we have Sophia here, so she can, in a couple occasions, become a playable character, which we're taking advantage of now. This is a dialogue puzzle where we kind of need to sweeten them up with Sophia, because Indy's a little, you know, not much of a people person, I guess. Dunlop. So yeah, but basically we kind of have to do this back and forth to see how it goes. Now this is normally where the RNG begins, and you know, this is where the resets start and all the madness, that comes with the game begins here. But because we're doing max IQ, we're actually taking the RNG out because we have to collect all. Well, we need to check every single place this dialogue of Play-Doh must be.
Right. So we're getting the mayo now.
Yes, we're gonna get the mayo preemptively. So this is normally the sign of a terrible run. The mayo, which looks like motor oil, it sounds fresh to me. We're gonna pick that up. You may hear, if you've ever been on my stream, I say like, oh no, we have a mayo run, which is it's basically a 1 minute time loss on a normal any percent run. But for max IQ, you know, again, this is all set in stone here. We're gonna use something called Schmovement. If anybody saw my run when I was here last time, this is like an interesting kind of bit of movement tech that exists in later Scum games. Sure is gooey. Oh yeah, let's double check if it's still gooey.
Sure is.
It's still gooey. It's still gooey. Cool. I'm gonna grab the coal here. We're gonna climb up the coal chute, and we're gonna check our first thing here, which is the book. Looks like this is. Oh no, it is the dialogue. Cool. That's fine.
Cat.
We're gonna check the cat.
Nice.
The whack cat. Wax cat. Depending on how you feel about it.
Up to the furnace.
Oh no!
Oh.
Melted cat.
It is also gooey, in fact. So yeah, those are two things checked. The good news for any fans of mayonnaise, this is a mayo run, and actually I don't know why I'm going that way, because we already have the mayo. This is why we did it earlier. So onwards and upwards, as they say. So let's go up here. This is good. You get to see the whole thing here.
Yeah.
So we need the arrowhead. That's something unique to Max IQ. We'll use that in a moment.
That's very
Shouts out.
gloopy.
Oh, it's very gloopy. It's a good sound effect in here as well, that gloop sound. It's one of the best. We need more gloop. More gloop in our lives. All right. I'm going to do this. This should be where the dialogue actually is. There it is.
Hey.
So this whole section, we didn't really talk about this, did we? Is all about basically finding that dialogue, this dialogue of Plato, and it's going to give us some really, really helpful information for the run. Everything inside the book is random. There's going to be a theme here eventually, but I'm going to have a look at that shortly. But for now, I need to very, very slowly unscrew this. This is, again, a Max IQ thing to make sure we're checking to make sure the dialogue isn't there, even though we already have it. This is to give us all of the IQ.
Nice.
We're doing great. All right, really fast, and we're going to do this the old-fashioned way. I literally have a piece of paper, and I'm going to write this down. Normally I take a screen grab, but we're on an away game here, so we're going to do this. So this is sunset. Second one is... So it's sunset into new moon. Let's hope I can read my handwriting after this. And finest one is, so it's west up top. Okay, we are good. Golden. So those do change.
Yep.
Get some schmoovin here. Schmoovin and a groovin'. So this is kind of the main reason this game totally rules, is that there's 3 different paths in here, meaning that there are 3 different ways to play the game. We're going to do the team path here because that is what I submitted. But there are a couple different ways to do it. There's team, which highlights puzzles with Sophia. Sophia joins us on the journey. We also have the wits path, which is kind of the classic adventure bit here, where it's sort of like a solo adventure.
Solo indie, yeah.
Yeah, solo indie, but you're using your brain.
Yeah.
And then there's the fists path, which, as it suggests, it's a solo indie thing, but you're going to punch your way through it.
Yeah.
Fist is the most popular... hang on, get this dialogue here. For the minutes, perfect. Fist is the most popular category on SRC, but I'm trying to get some more people to do wits in team because those paths are just great. But the RNG is, I think, a little bit more intimidating, we'll say. For you two folks, what was the first path that you played this game, if you remember?
Gosh, I played this recently. Before I started speedrunning it, I am guessing I must have taken the team path because I thought 2 people are better than 1. All right, Trottier, here we go.
Trottier. This guy. Okay, so the good news is that this is a humongous piece of RNG. To the point, in the team path, we basically switch over to Sophia, and we talk to Trottier, and we have to answer questions based on the conversation we just had. We just ripped through it, so I've got no idea, of course. But that's because we're going to solve this in a slightly different way. But basically, we answer some questions based on what he said, and then there's just a 1 through 5, like, guess a number. Guess the number behind my back. Literally, that's what he says, guess the number behind my back.
You first have to pretend to be able to read his mind based on what he said to Indy earlier, and then, what number am I thinking?
This looks familiar, doesn't it? So this is the other alternative way to solve that puzzle. It's a little bit slower, so it's not used on like the higher level runs, but we're doing it because it gives us way more points. We're trying to basically get the most amount of points we can in a single run. And that's a very good animation as well. I love the little like wavy arms and the whole thing. Oh, we didn't get to you. What was do you know what path you took first?
I will have to admit, being I have not played this game yet.
Oh, fair enough. No worries.
It's on my list, actually. I think it's my next one that I'm due to play.
A good old backlog.
But,
yeah.
No, I definitely will.
I'm all too familiar with a large backlog.
I have played a lot of these sorts of games, but I haven't actually played this particular one, so...
Well, let
Probably
me be
have
the
the
first
largest
person to tell you
public
it's
backlog of
very good,
speedrunning wolves.
Yeah. Cool. Well, this is the team's path. It's the best one. So, here we go. Talk to the shopkeeper. So, you may have heard me mention RNG before.
Oh boy.
Yeah, we're gonna have a little bit more of that. I don't know why I'm doing it this way. We just need to show the stone. So the whole point of talking to Trottier was to get this little disc here. The disc is one of 3. Eventually we'll need 3 to be able to enter Atlantis. The discs equal up to what is hidden inside Plato's dialogue here. So all this chicken scratch that I have next to me now is related to the discs, and we're going to eventually solve some puzzles with it. But for now, we need to hope that this baseball right here is what this grocer wants. We're doing a trade quest here where we need to get a squab on a stick, of course. Okay, no luck on that one. And we're going to give it to a guy on the other side of this room here, and he's going to give us a ticket to ride a balloon. We're going to, well, I was going to say steal a balloon, but yeah, I guess we're stealing a balloon. We're going to commandeer the balloon. And yeah,
so that tradesman has like 1 in 16 chance of getting, well, he has 16 objects that he likes depending on RNG.
Yeah.
And so we keep swapping the item that we have for another item, hoping that the guy will give us the swap on a stick.
Yes, yeah, that's exactly it. You can save scum this, but in this particular category, it's called Saveless, so we just gotta take what the game gives us. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. We've done 2 trades so far, and we haven't even gotten a hint. We do have a really great strategy here, though. Shout out to Indy Kenobi, another one of the OG runners of this game. But basically, if we don't get anything on it, you move up 4 items, and that like kind of gives us a new item of a new type. Okay, so that time we got a hint. I need a gift for my mother-in-law, the guy said. So now we know that has to be one of those particular items. It's one of 4. So that actually is good because we can now speed up the trading process here. What is next? What is this thing?
It's got moth holes.
Oh, a very high-quality pale yellow scarf, of course, yes.
Well, it's not for his mother, it's for his mother-in-law.
Yeah. Okay, perfect. We got it.
Nice.
Let's go. So we'll just compliment this guy's knives, and then we're going to talk Sophia into having knives thrown at her.
As you do.
Yeah, you know, it's just totally normal thing.
I mean,
there.
she's clearly protected by Norapsal.
That's true. As we'll find out, yeah. But yeah, it's all good. And she was a little reluctant, but we were really persuasive. And off we go. Okay, so tell me if you've heard this before. We've got some RNG coming up. So we've now gotten through the grocer. We now are going to move up here where we are going to board the balloon. Now, the funny thing about the balloon is it's actually used in each of the paths. I didn't really talk about the paths. We'll get to that. But it's used in each of these paths in a couple different set pieces. But the one that we're about to do is the complete opposite of the Wits controls. They've reversed the controls for, to me, no particular good reason. And I've been recently running the Wits path, and it has taken like all of my brain to like right click is up, left click is down, and it is quite a thing here. But on the RNG, there's we're flying over Algiers here, and there's basically 4 locations that there could be an archaeological dig. There's no way to tell from up here, so we're just going to brute force this thing and see if we get it. This is our first check. Again, there's 4, so this would be awesome RNG if we got it. I'm doing a very particular path here to try to get in there. No, okay.
Come on. Ah, shit.
Okay, so it is not the first one. That's okay. All good. I'm going to go to kind of this higher elevation. The balloon moves much faster when we are higher up. This is my least favorite dig site. It's close, so respect to it, but it is really, really janky in terms of allowing me in.
Come on.
Doesn't look good. I took a little bit of a, not a longer path, but a little bit more of a cautious path around there because for whatever reason, this is where it's supposed to fire off, but sometimes you can get it down here. So
That looks really tricky.
it is, yeah, it's unpleasant.
Yeah.
This is a tough part to do. This in the sub, which you'll see later. Very tricky, like, movement bits here. Can we get a little 3? Okay. All right.
I feel like both this and the...
What? Okay. I don't know why we...
Oh,
That's an awkward moment for that to happen.
So yeah, I can't. There's no cursor anymore, but I would point to the spot where we were circling around, being like, "That's where the dig site is," and I've never seen it fire off in a different mountain like that. That is that's
But
quite
we've
interesting.
got to the dig site. That's the important part.
We have made it here. We have arrived at the dig site. It's probably a good time for me to take yeah, by the way, yeah, Sophia fell in a hole. It's going to be fine. We'll take care of her. If there's any messages or anything, now is an excellent time for me to rest my voice and for you to take over. Or actually.
All right then. Well, I have a $5 donation from the Meows saying, "Good luck, Wolves. Bunny and I are cheering you on. If you get world record, Bunny gets all the treats."
Oh, geez, no pressure.
And though we are moments away from revealing the fate of Sophia, we also have another major milestone to end up reaching later on in the marathon with BCV. We can upgrade to all major cutscenes. So what's more fun than the speedrun of it? It's speedrun with all of the major cutscenes and all of the amazingness that you would end up seeing from the voice acting. So what is not to love with that? We are aiming for a $400 total on that one. So let's get those donations in for it.
very quickly, I must say, you got to see that, folks. If you have not seen it before, it is an experience. Please, please get your donations in. You will not be disappointed.
Amazing. Yeah. Shout out to the Meows and my dog Bonnie.
Yeah,
Let's go.
fantastic.
All right. So I mentioned this disc coming in clutch here. That's what we're doing. So we've got a sunset. I'm gonna set it to sunset. That should open the door, and Sophia. Okay.
She
good.
lives.
She has survived the slide down into the hole. Yeah, I guess we'll talk about the paths a little bit. There are 3 paths in this game, and what paths are, I guess, are 3 different ways to play the same game. So the story remains the same regardless if we do fists or wits or team. But the thing is that the set pieces may vary a little bit, and the puzzles will change completely. So with the team one, that was, that dig site is completely different than if you were doing the wits path or the team path or the fists path. They're all got their own little thing going on. But I think that's kind of a cool way to create some replayability in a game of its time, right? Like
Yeah, very much so.
1992, you're not being like, hey, like there's usually one way to play it. You play through the whole thing and you know the story, and that's it. The other kind of clever thing that this game does is that, as you saw with the Trottier section, is that there's multiple ways to solve the same puzzle. So there's never a soft lock. But it's not kind of like how Monkey Island is, where it's just like, you can't ever run out of the items to solve a puzzle. In this case, you can run out of things, but there's always another way to go about it. So it's kind of a cool, design principle or something of the time. Okay, so for the first time in the game, we're going to have some RNG. And we're going to now do this section here in Crete. I always like to call this out when I when I talk about this game, but this is, if you're ever watching somebody on Twitch play Fate of Atlantis for the first time, 9 times out of 10 they're right here, and because this puzzle is incredibly difficult in my opinion, and it's just one of those things where you have to sleep on it for a while. I'm gonna do another trick here. We're gonna pull out this little amber fish, and that's gonna elicit a reaction from Sophia. And that will save us time on our next area. So just getting ahead there. We have to wait for her to take the corner anyway. So okay. So it's a 1 in 3 chance. Is it here? Okay, good. This is good RNG. The statue here. If I remember my directions, that's the left one. We're doing a quick manipulation to not get that. There's going to be a dotted line. You'll see it here in a second. And that saves us a load of time here, because we can't move during that spot there, but we do want it on the second one that shoots us. You can see that we sped up along with the line. Basically, when they were making the game, to make that line appear in the right way, they needed to speed the game up. Basically, the Scum engine uses it's not done in frames. It's not done in anything else other than this thing that they created called Jiffies. So they added more Jiffies, and we moved across. There's a trick in Secret of Monkey Island where you actually take advantage of Jiffies being changed, and you hold on to that the whole rest of the game, which is a cool trick. They all use the same engine, anything pretty much from Secret of Monkey Island. Maybe, I forget which one came out first. I'm assuming it's Secret of Monkey Island. but they all use the same engine. So a trick that you can do in this one, you can do in any game that takes the same engine, which is kind of cool. Okay, so we're going to play on this. So this is Sunset and New Moon. All right, terrific.
I keep forgetting to pick up the stone discs
Oh,
in
yeah.
the speedruns. It's so annoying.
They'll get you. That is the most frustrating thing, too, because you kind of have to sit there with your tail between your legs being like,
Right, skip coming up.
oh, hang on.
Skip coming up. Oh,
We are not going to do that skip, actually.
we're not going to do that skip.
Yeah,
Oh.
this is, I just
because it's 100
remembered.
max
Yeah.
IQ. Right. So what's the actual way of solving this?
Yeah, this is, so normally you can actually skip this whole section here, but you
Right.
do get points by using the classic whip. This is the way you're supposed to solve this puzzle.
Oh, interesting.
I go a little, so it's funny because I go too fast actually now, because like the any percent route, you can actually make it by just taking all of the statues directly. Anywho, this is the call out here that we're almost to the spot where we need to cut off the save or kill Sophia incentive, just as a
Oh
heads
no,
up.
who is that?
Oh yeah, this is Sternhard from earlier in the game. He fared really well.
He doesn't look so good.
This is what he gets for taking the stone from us, I guess.
And now we have all 3 discs.
Oh, you know what? I stand corrected.
I don't think that'll work.
We do not need to close that incentive quite yet. We've got a little bit longer
Okay.
because we're doing 100%. We're not doing the orichalcum glitch, which means that
Right.
we've got a little bit more time. So if you are, I mean, maybe it's a good time to check in. How are we doing on that particular incentive? If anyone has it up.
Okay, so as of right now, Sophia is going to be left behind.
All right. Anybody looking for the to affect the? This is Fate of Atlantis, but really it's Fate of Sophia. If you want to change that at all, time is ticking. However, we got a little bit more than we initially gambled for, so that's great. All that money, of course, for charity. So
Indeed, I was
consider
going
it.
to say, get
Yeah.
those donations in. Let's see if we can save Sophia and make some money for Crisis.
There we go.
Yes, indeed. We are indeed raising money for Crisis, the national charity for people experiencing homelessness. So they all have a Crisis at Christmas team working year-round to enable a huge volunteer effort in centres around the UK to provide warmth, companionship and vital services to people facing homelessness
Two
at one of the
orichalcum
toughest
bits.
times of the year. Crisis at Christmas opens hotel spaces to guests, providing a warm bed and a room of their own, 3 meals a day, health support and advice. And they have worked with over 6,000 people facing homelessness through the Crisis Skylight centres across Britain and day centres and hotels in London. That's been an amazing cause. Let's just keep on giving them our love right there.
Absolutely.
But
Okay.
he
here we
doesn't
go.
always seem to take a path that has ground underneath his feet.
So
Is that
this
related to movement?
It is.
Ah, I
It
see.
is, in fact, 100% related to movement. So, yeah, I guess I kind of I just, went right over that whole thing. So there's a trick called movement where we're forcing Indy or whatever character it might be in a Scum game to only take what we call big steps. So anytime that Indy or Guybrush or whatever are heading to the left or upwards, that is going to be a big step. If they're moving downwards or to the right, their first step is going to be small. And so by doing movement, we kind of force. Where is this? I thought.
Was it here?
Huh,
Oh.
okay. I helps if I do. You want to put another one in there for for Nurab Sol in the box?
There you go.
There we go. Helps if I do
This
the
one
dialogue
is
puzzle.
Wild Berry Slush.
Oh, that sounds nice. Cool. All right, there we go. So this is normally, and maybe I'll do this as just kind of to show this glitch off here. If we immediately leave, we can have this conversation with Sophia again. So she puts her Nurab Sol thing back in the box. But look at that. The orichalcum bead's there again. So we can literally do this. Yeah, definitely get it
You're
in
going
there.
to count, yeah.
So on a normal run, for any percent in particular, we will do that 7 times, and we'll get all of the orichalcum we need for the rest of the game right away. This is west on top. hitbox, please. There we go. So that's kind of fun. But because we're doing max IQ, you get to see the whole maze, the entire thing, much to my dismay. The maze is really, really cool, but it's also where good runs go to die, you know what I mean? But that's all good. Okay, so Sophia, in classic Sophia fashion, getting herself into trouble. She's going to be taking an early ride on this sub here. Everyone's going to adjust their hair. This is sort of a theme. I love it, but it is like sometimes they do it over the top. Indy will always adjust the hat. Sophia flips her hair back. Kerner does a little shuffle thing, shuffle situation. Okay, all good here. We've done all of the things that we need to do, I believe, for max IQ, which is good. This is our first change here. We're gonna actually fight this guy.
Battle! Kaboofed!
And yeah, this is a thing that we've kind of brushed over. There actually is a fighting element to this game. There's a whole fighting kind of mini game in here. That is the easiest fight we'll have. I think that person's well over 150 years old, so one punch will do. The fights we're going to take a little bit later on, because we are going to take a few fights, are going to be a little bit more difficult, and I'm a little bit afraid of them, but that's good. Keeps you honest. So we're sneaking around this ship here. We did a quick thing where we, on the intercom, asked all of the sailors to move away from where we are, otherwise we get caught, and it's a problem. On the Wits path, it's kind of fun. We actually steal somebody's like kind of outfit, so we can kind of move through the ship in a bit of a different way. But again, another cool kind of repurposing of this set piece for a different path.
They're reminiscent of Indy 3,
Right.
where you keep changing outfits over and over in the castle.
Yeah. Calling it back a little bit. Okay, so we've collected some acid, which was conveniently located in the bottom of the ship.
Where
Yeah.
else would you find?
Yeah, I mean, as you do, of
As you
course.
do.
And yeah, so we're gonna do that to melt that box. Sophia's gonna help us with that. We're gonna quickly, you may have noticed I've been kind of messing with some controls as we go through. This is adding it to my my repertoire of controls for the sub, and I had alluded to earlier. There's going to be a lot of sub driving here shortly, and this can be another very difficult part.
Here we go.
So here we are. We're looking for the airlock. It appears that it's going to be close to the screen if my my spidey senses are correct. Is it going to be here? There could be one right here. Of course not. No. That would make too much sense.
Yeah, the position is RNG, where we need to go, and maneuvering this submarine into the right position, because you have to have the right height, the right distance, and go the right direction. It's not easy.
There it is. Okay.
There it is.
I think we're going to have to back this bad boy up here. Let's flip it into reverse.
Is there a preset number of places it can actually be?
Nice. I
Yeah.
think 4?
I think there's 4 spots. Yeah, there's 4 spots. That is not. I mean, if we're really cracking down on the RNG here, probably not the best spot, but it's doable. The most ideal one is if you have the sub, and you can tell where it is based on the location of the sub. Basically, like the further away it is, they're not close to each other. Basically, so if your sub is really far back, it's probably up front. If it's in the middle, it's in the good spot, the quick one. And if it's really up close, the airlock will be far behind here. Now I need to kind of use my eagle eyes here because there's a lot of things happening here in the dark.
It's very dark here.
So you have to navigate this very dark screen, but if you, like in casual play, this screen will get brighter over time as Indy gets used to the darkness.
I didn't seem to do it.
However, Woofs, as an experienced speedrunner, can do it. Basically blindfolded. Hey, do you want to run this blindfolded?
Do I? For the right price for charity, perhaps. I think that'd be a tricky bit. But anywho,
The maze!
The maze begins, and we start with excellent
Nice.
RNG here.
Nice.
This is very good. Getting the Metal Gear. So the way that this works, this is all RNG, just about, this whole section here. Every room here is randomized with the exception of just a couple. Wow,
Oh.
good RNG here. Okay, so we have the gear, the Metal Gear. We picked a Metal Gear.
Metal Gear.
We picked up a Metal Gear, which is important. We're going to need that for later. We also happen to see that this is the crab room. Let's take our first fight. Why not? Not if he runs away, we're not. All right, let's do it. Let's see how big of a goon you are. Okay, if we die, that's bad because the game is over. So let's not die. Indy. Okay, good. Yeah, I'm going to be holding my breath quite a bit as we do that. We're going to take 4 fights in here on like that. Forgot where I was talking about. This is good. So crabs we're going to come back to. We're going to need the crabs later on to set a trap. We're going to do another check here. We're going to work our way towards this hallway back here because that is... you know what?
Ladder.
I forgot. This is max IQ.
Yes.
Okay, good thing I remembered that because this would have been a very different run otherwise.
I was about to ask if there's anything in max IQ that is not in any of the other paths.
Yes, there's one thing that is unique compared to every path. This is dramatically different compared to the any % team path. I'm going to go for hallway first. We'll come back and get the question mark, the mysterious question mark, shortly. But yeah, all of these rooms, there's always going to be a crab room. There's always going to be the room with the cup that we just had. There's going to be the machine room. But their position will always change. They're going to remain in the same quadrant, but the room that they're in is always going to be different. This is one of 2 rooms, I believe, that are consistent every time. That is the rib cage room. Let's put a piece of gum in there. Oh, it worked. Whatever that it was that we did, it worked. So since this one's kind of a consistent one, my approach to this is always to try to make it to that subway car right away. And then you just try to suss everything else out as you get there. This is normally where the cup room is, so I'm curious what's in here. Ooh, a mysterious grate. So sometimes these can be shortcuts to areas. Sometimes these can be long cuts to areas. Sometimes they lead to trash. Sometimes they don't.
Got a bit of a crab rave going on there.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, a little bit of the, right, yes. Took me a second. I was like, what? Yeah, no, absolutely. Okay, fight number 2. Indy, we are doing very bad.
Oh, dear.
Come on, Indy. Okay, it's fine. Safety save. Did I not safety save? Okay, we did.
Oh.
I don't love that. I do not love that. That's why we did it, though. It's really weird. I'm not getting the inputs I normally would, I feel like. Okay, so the question is, okay, that's okay. So for some reason, it didn't take my quick save from when I did it after the loop there.
Right, so we have to go get the ribcage again.
Yeah, so that's fine. That's okay. This is okay. I basically saved before that one with that exact thought in my head of like, oh, this could be bad if I die. Yeah. So that's okay. We can just kind of run this back really quick. This is not too much of a setback.
I believe the entire RNG for this maze is set the moment you enter the maze. Is that correct?
That is correct. And actually, I'm glad you bring this up because there is a small manipulation that you can do. It's not going to be helpful for us in this particular category. But if you do that particular, this manipulation on like the any % run, it locks in 2 rooms. One, I believe, is the statue room here that we just saw, the one with the cup. And the other one, I believe, is the machine room. Machine room, I believe. They will be in set locations. But it's a frame-perfect trick. Now, there's not many frames in this game, so that's not as big of a deal as it is in some other games. But if you leave in the same frame as you enter to the maze itself, that's what does it. If you're 1 frame off, it sets one of the rooms, but not the other one. So it's kind of an interesting thing. I did not go for it, obviously, because of the category here, and but that's a thing that exists, which is kind of cool. Okay, so we know that this one sends us back down. Do we want to
go all the way around?
Yeah. You know what? Let's have a little look-see here.
And everything. So
yeah, that sounds
a lot
good.
to discover.
Plenty to discover. In fact, we have the. We picked up the. Yes. Okay.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm having like a moment where I'm like, what am I even doing here right now?
We're not gonna try the gate.
I will. I
Okay.
want to check the other room here because
see.
I think that if we take one of these, we're gonna end up somewhere very far away, which could be good, but it can also be bad. We'll take this one here.
think that's gonna get us right there. Oh, inside.
Beautiful.
Nice.
Okay, so this is what we call inner. This is
Inner,
where
right.
the bronze wheel is. This is one of our key ingredients. Matches nicely with our metal gear. Perfect. Okay, this is fine. Everything is good. This is sort of the moment, like, I don't know if anybody's done a randomizer. I'm sure many people here have. But it's like when your brain starts cooking of being like, what's the next check that I need to do? But this is like we're living that,
Very
that
much like
life right
that.
now. I'm just to make sure we get our safety save. I'm literally just going to call this speed run. Hashtag as well. At the end, that's how they work, right? You put them at the end.
At the end, yeah.
I have to say that maze must be an absolute killer casually.
Yes.
Oh yes. Oh yes. Many a run dies here.
I think, yeah, and to your point casually, like, I'm pretty sure this is a point where people are like, I was so sick of this game at this point. It's tough. I love how random it is and, you know, all the bits and pieces, but it is massive and I don't know. It can just be a lot. Oh, no. Autosave is pending. Please move this
Yes,
game.
you saved on the entry save game that's reserved for the quick save.
Oh.
Don't worry.
Okay.
Or you didn't actually.
It moved to 3.
Oh, it moved automatically, I see.
All right. Shout out to Scum
Scum
VM
VM developers, yeah.
They thought of everything. Cool. I mean, that's
That has
good
happened
to know.
to me in a different game. That's why I recognized it.
My mind immediately went to the worst case thing of just like
Crash,
You use well, first I thought crash and I was like, well, that is unfortunate, isn't it? And then I had a thought of like, oh, maybe it's because I that hashtag joke that I accidentally
Oh yeah,
made.
yeah. It might have
Like
been a
it
forbidden
just
symbol,
it was
yeah.
an unsupported character and I'm like, oh no, I've done it again. And yeah, it just becomes a
It's a key.
okay. We
Is it
got
in there?
crabs. Yeah,
Oh,
we
okay.
got it. I had to double
I
check.
didn't
'cause
hear it.
There's normally a little like
Yeah.
when it happens, but
Okay.
yeah. Well, anyways, everything's fine, I guess. That's
Yeah.
that's
So that's
all
a crab
good.
cage now, is it?
yes. So yeah, that's like one of my favorite voice lines is when you put a piece of food inside of it. Indy just goes, "It worked," and you're just kind of like, at the time we're doing it. Why did it work? What works? what just happened here? But yeah, it is to bait the crabs inside. I really don't want to fight this guy. In fact, I won't. It's not
just run
because
past him, right?
we already did him. Oh, it's probably worth me noting we're taking some fights, but not others, right? That's because we need to fight one soldier on each quadrant. Once we've done that particular quadrant, we're good. We're good to go. So we're halfway done with fights. Those terrifying, terrifying fights. Excellent. This is upper.
Yes.
And this is our little song here. So we can kind of little bob around. Very happy song considering what happens here.
Oh.
A man is
oh.
dead. Beautiful. Yep. A man has died and we listened to that music while it happened. Terrific. Okay.
Best part of the run.
yeah, you have to sing that song, at least if you're me. You have to. It's required. We did pick up the fish head partway through. That is one of our other main items that we need to create orichalcum. So on the any % path, obviously, we're duplicating orichalcum to be able to do what we need. And this one, we need to create it ourselves. We're making it some nice homemade, free-range, organic orichalcum. So there's our lava. That's the one ingredient that goes into orichalcum, thankfully. We do need a couple more items here, which is why we're still taking checks. So you're asking what's different about this maze versus the other ones.
Yeah.
And it's this right here, this
Right,
pickup
yeah.
here.
That's
It
not
looks
in.
just like that eel statue in Iceland.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Just like it.
Oh, just picking it up.
Yeah, so
Ah,
we
of
need to
course.
pick it up, and we are going to use it for another puzzle. Now, the
Oh.
reason that it's not used in any other particular run... Oh, I
Because
guess
it's
we need to
slower?
take this as well. Let's quickly save this in a safe spot. Did I hit it?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
I think so.
just making sure. I was like, did I click cancel? We can't have that. Don't play with my heart, Indy.
Come
Nice.
Beautiful. Okay, that actually was pretty good. We always try to loot the body. They only have one hot dog on them at the beginning of it, and that's the end of it. We've already collected it, so. Is there anything else we need from one of these? I'm trying to think. I don't think so. Actually, this is the one that connects to the other side, right? Thinking. Okay, we'll come back to it if we need it.
Right, because we've been there before. Right.
Yeah. I think we're okay. All right, to the machine room. Time to make orichalcum.
Let's go.
We have our orichalcum juice, and we have we know where the machine room is. That's where we're gonna make it. We have well, let me go down. Oops, actually, this needs
Lava.
to be a yeah.
Why?
Andy with some sass there. I know it was the wrong thing, Andy. We got the crabs. We have dungeon panel. We've got orichalcum here now.
Is crab part of the orichalcum recipe?
Sadly not.
It is not.
The
No, these are
glad.
just
I'm
things.
glad.
Yeah.
Get
Could
a
you
worried
imagine?
there.
They'll. I mean, they don't end in a particularly good fate. If any crab lovers out there, I'm really sorry about what you're about to see here. But if you are like a giant octopus lover, then you're in luck. These things have a way of evening themselves out. Have we taken the fight on top left? Yeah, we have, right?
I think so.
Think
that was
so.
the first one, right?
First one.
Okay. Fish. Okay. Yeah. Just
The
going
one
down
we
my
have-
my
I think
list
we're only
here.
missing bottom right. I
Okay.
think.
Yeah,
but
I think that's it. Oh my goodness, are we in go mode? I think we're in go mode.
I love how you using the randomizer term there.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
We. I mean, yeah, we're here. We've arrived, people. I think we have everything. We have the Metal Gear, the wheel. We got the crabs. We have the dungeon panel. We've made orichalcum.
This game was a randomizer before randomizers were
what about
invented.
Sophia?
They didn't even know. You know, they were
Saving
doing it.
Sophia?
Saving
Oh.
Sophia.
We have a little bit more time left.
Right. Okay.
But yes, it's coming down to the nitty gritty now. Let's speedrun save big time right here. Let's get this over with. Let's punch him in the face. So there is a blocking component that I am choosing to not do. This is probably why I'm so bad at fighting. But you can see that their hands move in certain different places, and so you can kind of aim your punches for a high, a mid, and a low approach here. Okay, so first things first, we need to use the eel.
Oh, are we going to use the intended way of going through this
yes,
door?
because points. We need points.
Of course.
So there is a skip here where if you just enter this room and immediately just turn around and leave, then you're good. That's all that happens. It's you can just skip right through the wall, which is so funny.
Because on the map the gate is open, and you
Yeah.
basically spawn in the middle of that room, and you can just walk through.
Yeah, so you can just kind of clip through that little wall right there, and you just go in. So that's normally what you do, but we need the points. We crave the points. All right, there's our dungeon panel. Hello, Sophia. We'll I don't know if we're gonna be back. This is a tough situation.
Bad day to be Yusuf.
Yeah, it's a tough fate of Sophia. People get your bets and stuff in if you need. Did we do
It's
this?
a cage of ribs.
Yeah, okay, we're good.
More or less in-
So this is the fate of the crab. Speaking of fates,
Oh.
we're here to.
I don't.
Oh.
What?
I don't think that the octopus would enjoy. It's a cage of ribs.
Are you
You
sure
don't get
it's
your
in
crab.
that?
Oh, we didn't get it.
It's not in there.
Okay.
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 All right, that happens.
That-
I thought it was in there.
I did too.
Maybe
yeah.
we reloaded.
I was never mind.
You
Don't
know
worry.
what? We were all kind
This
of
is
like,
not the right
did
moment for I
did
told
the
you so.
sound happen? Maybe it
I did
didn't.
not.
Sometimes we're just too fast for our own good, I think.
But
The crabs
isn't
escaped
there usually
for now.
like
Yeah.
even a,
Yeah, yeah.
a subtitle line click? or
Save the
something?
crabs. Do we have that incentive open? I didn't know. That's fine. We'll take a little gander
A
around.
little detour.
Yeah.
You're mentioning this must be crazy.
Oh, you moved the scummy and vinegar.
Oh, we're gonna fix it. Look at this. Like nothing happened.
Right.
Yeah, it's close enough.
Right.
I think, yeah, so we're just going to double back. Is there any donations or messages you'd like to read? Because this is just a double back section here, so we're all good.
Oh, I have some things to read.
Yeah.
We have a $50 donation from Tojan saying, doing an observe from home again. Maybe next time my schedule will line up for an in-person visit. Still a great amount for the all major cutscenes incentive, as well as this one here, a $25 donation from Big the Dave saying, oh look, it's
What
the RNG section. This could apply just about anywhere, by the way.
I hope this catches crabs.
Oh, me too. Me too. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
There we go.
There we go.
There it is. You know what happened? I never put the bait in. I was talking about, oh,
Right.
isn't it funny that he always says it worked? Like what? Like it didn't work. It did not work.
I think it said it worked when you put the chewing gum in. Did it not? Did he not?
You know what?
I'm confused.
This is the magic of Nerob Sal happening.
Yeah.
Where the,
exactly.
I'm not going to go that way. Why do you insist on going that way, Andy? The auto pathing here is bonkers.
He's in for a
Makes no
fight.
sense.
so bad.
Because you can make him just take the straight path down, but you have to click like in a specific area of pixels here. Otherwise, he goes, "Whoa, I'm gonna take the long way," and it does look like he's gonna pick a fight, which isn't. Yeah, we're done with the fights. We're done with the fights. Now. Yeah, we did. Yeah, if we did bottom left, that's it. We're donezo here. We're not taking any other nonsense from these folks. We're just gonna play pacifist the rest of the way. Okay. Century room once again.
I guess we could glitch through now.
Yeah, we can just do it now. Yeah. There you go. You got to see it. Okay. Come on down. We have your food.
Rip crabs.
Yeah. They had a good run. They lived longer than they were intended
in
to.
the inventory.
Yeah, this is wiggling, look.
Terrific. Here we go. It's a good burp. I'll let the burp play. Perfect.
That must be tasty.
Yeah. Just like every octopus sounds like after they eat a bunch of crabs.
And is that a big crab we're riding on?
Oh, yeah. Good eye. Yes, this is a giant crab.
So we've killed his relatives, and he's still giving us a lift.
Yes. This is
To
what
be fair, it
orichalcum
eats orichalcum.
Yeah,
so.
this is what orichalcum gets you here. This is the way to any crab's heart, if you're ever wondering. If you ever have some spare orichalcum beads, get them in there. Just feed it right to him, and then we're flying.
So why can't you catch the crab with orichalcum? I mean, have we ever tried?
That's a good question. I can't say that I've tried it, and honestly, I don't have a good enough excuse for it. So as far as I know, it does work, I guess. Holy moly, we may have broken the game. Very good. Okay, so save or leave Sophia needs to be closed 2 rooms from now, so it's going to be coming in here hot. So feel free to close it whenever you folks are comfortable. We're going to go in here. We're going to take a quick ride. We're doing some schmovement, by the way, to make the crab move a little bit faster.
A schmoof crab?
Oh, you can schmovement the crab.
Yeah, there's probably a good smash-up word there. Crabment. I don't know. That didn't work very well, did it? But yeah, we're just workshopping it here. This is live. All right. We'll need to know probably, just in about a minute's time. We're going to build this. This is where we're
using our Metal Gear.
That's right.
Indeed.
We're using all of our parts here, including the Metal Gear. Is that a Metal Gear? To build this little machine here. This is another really scary part on the any % run because we only have the exact amount of orichalcum that we need to get through the game. This screen here has a tendency to just eat orichalcum and not do anything, and that's a problem. But we're good. We're good for us here. All right, I do need to know now what the outcome of the thing is here.
You are leaving, Sophia.
Oh.
All right, F's in chat for
Yeah,
Sophia.
she gets to stay with the crabs.
That's right. Good for her. You know what I mean? It's how she would have wanted it, I'm sure.
I mean, there's a dead body in the room.
Yeah, I mean, there's. She'll be fine. Oh, we'll see Sophia. The nice thing is we will see her. I mean,
she escapes then, does she?
In a way.
In a way.
She does escape. She ascends.
She lives.
Yeah. Great. Okay, so we'll just keep pressing on. Thank you very much for all the donations there. I was not aware there was such strong feelings towards Sophia. I learned something today. So respect to that. Yeah, so that's the only kind of alteration we're doing to the Max IQ run is that we're not saving her, but the people have spoken for charity. So
Indeed.
We move on. The body count rises. All right, so we are here. We should have enough orichalcum to get us through the rest, and it looks good. This is RNG. This is basically the solution to this puzzle is different every time. So we're going to do this. This part's consistent.
I don't think
Oh, that's a cup.
That's a cup.
2 up. So we've got a puzzle solution of double up left. So basically this next portion here is always different. You have to look at that little mural hidden in the corner. When I did this casually, I actually didn't know what I did to do it right, which I find to be quite funny.
There we go.
Here we go. We're going to spin out, do some donuts really fast.
Yeah.
Some callback to your
Yeah.
your racing earlier,
Don't run out
right?
of fuel.
Yeah, well, no worries there.
That's my tip.
It was a short ride. So cool. So yeah, we get to enjoy the music. You mentioned the music earlier, the sound. It gets no better than the end of this game right here. I hope that I remember the path. Normally I have a little screenshot up to help me remember what I'm doing, but I think I remember. In the worst case, there's no soft lock. It's good. We'll just...
This area is so long.
Wander around.
Yeah, we'll just... Yeah, basically, which is... What's insane is that's how you solve this casually. There's no other way to, like, sweeten the pot at all.
Yeah.
You just you until you get to the spot.
You don't have an undead head as a compass in this one.
That is true. Yeah, but could have been, you know, could have been helpful. Pretty please, can I have an undead head to navigate me? But yeah, the music is so good here. I love this
It's
section.
good.
I love the way that the lava looks in here. It's just I don't know. It's so good.
Again, taking the age of this game, it is very, very polished. Very,
Yeah.
very, very, very good.
I would say well ahead of its time,
Yeah,
right? Like,
definitely.
Okay, so you know what? While Indy is walking this way, I'm just gonna really quick do a little jotty jot here. Oh yeah.
So
there
that
we go.
mural on the wall is going to be the final solution for the final disc puzzle. And there you see Indy floating.
That's my favorite one, is because you just no stairs
Not
can
even
contain
close
me.
to the stairs.
All right, so this is also RNG. This is the scariest part of the run, in my opinion. We can die here, which means we're saving here quickly. I think this is a pretty good
You
setup.
can fall in the lava.
You can.
Yeah.
You can get trapped. So as you can see, the I don't know, the craftsmanship here in the lava tiles, not the best. This is
I think
all
we're
good.
Yeah,
we're fine.
Nice.
Nice. First try.
That is a good one. But yeah, if you get stuck in like on one of those lava tiles, just kind of you can't move anywhere else, you will die. And it's actually maybe the most embarrassing death, other than the old ship captain, because it makes you wait there until until you just die. It's like I don't know.
Also, it's right at the end of the run.
Yep, right at the end of the run. You know, it's something out of the Roberta playbook there. Shout out Sierra. All right, cool. So we're going to use these discs again, and as Shocks was saying, this is a completely different puzzle from the earlier ones. This, was it on?
Not top right?
I thought
On
so
the-
too.
yeah.
You know what? This is my handwriting. We made it this far, and that means brain. That means brain is bad. Did I do it backwards?
There we go.
Sure did. Getting my inners mixed with my middles, as you do. All good.
Oh, more Nazis.
Yeah. All right, this is it, people. This is the very end of the game. Time will be coming up soon. A number of people will be perishing. Maybe Sophia. We don't know. So we're just going to, the good thing here is everybody's an idiot. So we're just going to tell everybody to do the thing, like, I don't know. Of course, yeah, put a bead in there and try to become a god, you dingus. Like,
Good luck.
I'm sure it'll work.
Yeah.
I can't get ahead of anything here.
One fried Nazi coming up. Yeah.
Oh, it's better than that.
Oh, lovely. Oh, lovely.
It's a little goat man who had little goat man on their bingo card.
With that
And then he gets one of the
And then
the
he's
lava.
incinerated,
Yeah.
yes, yeah. So, you know, it's a little something for everyone. Taste for all palates. That's time. Sorry, I didn't even tell you.
Yeah,
there
I
you
missed
go,
it as
though.
well.
There it is. That's time.
Nice.
Should have all of the points,
Brilliant
bar
job.
Sophia.
Bar
And,
Sophia.
yeah, here we go. I suppose we should, well, we're a little bit behind on this, so feel free to cut me off. But we'll see what happens
I was
to
going to say,
Sophia
can we
here
find out what happens
shortly.
to Sophia?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we have to find the thrilling
have to-
conclusion
yes.
here. It is the fate of Sophia. after
There she
all.
is. She's fine.
She had a little bit of voice change, but yeah. Yeah. So good. Sophia. Oh, okay. She's got a little bit of toot now as well.
Oh, there's the hair flick.
Yeah.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
oh.
She'll
This
be
is
fine,
a-
right?
Yeah, she's ascending to the next plane, right?
Oh. Lovely.
A good evil laugh coming up if you're a fan of evil laughs. This is a good one. Also, that guy just fell into the
Yeah.
lava as well. It's like, make me a goat man as well. Take me with you. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
There you go. So that's, yeah, we're just going to escape, and that's that. But anyways, yeah, that's Fate of Atlantis. Thank you very much for letting me run this here. Thank you for all the donations and upgrading it to the Hundo run. Thank you, Tiny Tim, for joining me.
Much. A
Dark
pleasure.
Shocks. It's been a great time coming back. And if you're interested in a game like this or anything similar, graphic adventure, text parse, or anything like that, always big shouts out to Speedy Adventures, who's the group that Discord group that can teach you everything you need to know about it.
All this sorts of game.
Yeah.
Yep.
And yep, those are all linked on the SRC page if you ever need to find it. And yeah, I've been the Woofs, and that's it for me. Have a
Thank you
great
so much.
rest of your marathon, as it were.
All right, it'll also be the end of my time on hosting shifts. Thank you very much to the team at UKSG for letting me be a part of the UKSG Blue hosting team. I will leave you all in the hands of Fingers to Hand for the next few runs in sequence. So this is going to be very good. This will be starting with Bad Way as run by Sweet Dola. So make sure to stick around. This is UKSG Blue 2024.
At least there's some evidence this time.